Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. So today we are going to talk about a lot of topics. So it's going to be very information heavy. So don't be afraid to play back this video and rewatch it again because I am going to give out a boatload of information in this video. So we are first going to talk about Ivan Rakitic. So it has been reported by Sport that Rakitic could leave Barca and it could depend on the future of Juventus player Emre Can and if he leaves for Borussia Dortmund. Now, should Barcelona sell Rakitic? We have seen Rakitic being used a lot under Valverde and he is currently being used a lot under Quique Setién. But now with Arthur coming back and he's looking to be in the starting 11, and we know that when Arthur is fit and Rakitic is fully fit also, if you were to compare those two players, Arthur will come out to be the best option for Barcelona's starting 11. And so by no question is Arthur the better player right now. So I believe Rakitic will find himself to go back in the same place like he did in the beginning of the season, which was being on the bench. And Rakitic knows that. He does want to continue to play and start every week, and with Barca not being able to meet his requirements, his needs, I could actually see Rakitic push a move away from the club this winter. So we're gonna have to wait and see what happens. Now we're gonna move on to Dembele. So I'm going to give a few updates on Dembele right now, and Dembele is back from training. He is in his final phase of recovery. It has been reported by Barcelona themselves that Dembele participated in the part of the morning training session yesterday. So he did participate in that training session on Sunday, and it has been reported today by Helena Condis that Dembele's recovery from injury is progressing and will be ready to play in about 15 days. So that's perfect. He is on track. He is looking to make a comeback by the time we play against Napoli on February. So it's going to be very exciting. I cannot wait for Dembele to come back. I know that he's going to come back stronger than ever. He did change as a player. He is more determined. He is more focused. I believe in Dembele, and he is probably one of the main reasons why I don't believe that we should sign a striker, because if you actually think about it, we could easily play Messi in the middle, Dembele on the right side, and Griezmann on the left. That is not a bad front three. So, and we could have Ansu Fati switching in for Griezmann or Dembele or maybe even Messi. So it's not as bad as it seems. I believe that we will be okay with Dembele coming back. We don't have to sign a striker, but that's Dembele's current situation, and so I pray for him. I hope that he does come back and make a mark in FC Barcelona. So that's great news for him. Now, this topic that I am about to talk about is not something like considered daily news, but it is a stat that came out from Sport, and I thought it was very interesting because if you look further into it, you can finally see what's going on, what's the problem with FC Barcelona. So I'm going to talk about it right now, and that is between Vidal and Messi. So Sport came out with a stat saying Vidal was Messi's best connection partner in yesterday's game. Vidal came in as substitute, and in just 35 minutes, Vidal became the second most receiver of passes from Messi with a total of 8, which was only one less than De Jong. So this stat is telling me two things. Besides Luis Suarez, Messi's best partner is Arturo Vidal. And if these stats continue to show in every game, Vidal should be starting in every match. And that's good, right? It's always good to see a duo form together in a club and stand out, right? That's amazing. But this leads me into my second thing that I want to talk about. What does that say for the rest of the Barcelona squad? Look, when we talk about Messi, right, he is in the exact center of the formation, meaning he's in that false nine role. So he is right next to Griezmann or Ansu Fati. He's right next to De Jong, Arthur, Busquets. He has a bunch of players around him, right? So how does Vidal receive the most passes from Messi in 35 minutes, yet the rest of the squad could not at least match up to those received passes from Messi in 90 minutes? To me, this is telling me that the squad is not looking to be open for Lionel Messi. They don't want to provide help for Lionel. And even if they do want to, they are not working hard enough to make themselves available for Lionel Messi, or simply because they don't position themselves well in order to be effective and open. And this could actually answer one of the questions that people have been asking in the comment sections, like on Twitter, Instagram, Bleacher Report, ESPN, because there has been questions and concerns about saying, why is Messi looking out of form? Why is he looking so slow? Why is he always losing possession? Why is Messi looking very tired? And it's simply simply because this stat is telling us because the players don't make themselves available, and when Messi sees no options and he does not know who to pass it to, he loses the ball. And I know that you guys have heard this story before. Doesn't this sound familiar? If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, Barcelona is slowly resembling Argentina. This stat is almost reflecting Messi's problem when Messi was playing for the national team back from 2007 through 2017. The way Barcelona does not open themselves and help Messi is what Argentina has been doing for the past 10 years. So this stat does get me very worried. It's crazy to see how low Barcelona went, because Barcelona is a team that is supposed to help each other, have each other's backs, and for them to actually be compared statistically to Argentina gets me very worried. So it's a very interesting stat from Sport. It's something to think about, something to look more into, and it's also something that the players need to work into. Now I want to move into Carlos Perez. So multiple sources have claimed that the deal is done between Carlos Perez and Roma. They have said total agreement on permanent deal for 13 million euros. Tomorrow he'll be in Italy to sign his contract. No buyback clause for Barcelona. But this is not official. Perez is not going to Roma yet. It is about 99% done, but it is not 100% official. And it has been reported by Sport. It says Barcelona tells Carlos Perez's agent that they aren't ready to close the deal with Roma without a buyback clause. The club wants to have the option to keep the player. So if you guys are wondering, why is the report saying that there is a buyback clause or there is no buyback clause, or like what's true and what's not? But you guys have to understand, this is how negotiation works. You discuss with other people, you see what makes sense, what could benefit you or both clubs. And we could hear in the next hour saying that Perez could be going to Roma for 20 million but with no buyback option, right? There could be so many different types of reports, but you have to understand that all these reports could be real. But the thing is that negotiations do go back and forth. It's like buying a car, right? You could say, okay, I want this car, but how much are the wheels? Oh, they're $3,000. Oh no, I don't want to pay $3,000 for these wheels. So it's negotiating, right? You have to go back and forth with the agent. But for now, what Barcelona really wants to do is add a buyback clause, meaning they don't feel too confident on letting him go completely, just in case Barcelona has no options in the summer, or if Perez turns out to be a great player at Roma and they could want him back. And so you see, right, all these problems and thoughts do get taken into account when you are negotiating. Barcelona does not know completely if they want to let him go. So we don't know what Barcelona is going to do with Perez yet, but it is 99% done. What we know is that it is between Perez, Roma, and Barcelona, but we just don't know the final details of the contract. Now I want to end this video with the hottest topic in FC Barcelona, and that is the search for number 9. And this search for the replacement is coming down to one player, and that is Rodrigo Mourinho. And I'm just going to talk about Aubameyang for a second because I want to scratch this rumor away before we dive deeper into Rodrigo Mourinho. So it has been reported by Telegraph that Arsenal are expecting an approach from Barca for Aubameyang in the final week of the transfer window. Barca hope that Martinelli's good form may tempt Arsenal into selling Aubameyang. Barcelona fear Arsenal could demand 50 million euros for Aubameyang this month. And if you guys don't know who Martinelli is, he is a 18-year-old Brazilian soccer player who joined Barca B for 2 weeks, but throughout that time period, Barca decided not to sign him and transferred him to Arsenal for 8 million euros in July. And so what this rumor is basically saying is that Barcelona is saying to Arsenal, hey look, you have a great player, he's a great striker, he's scoring goals for you, why don't you just sell Aubameyang to us for 25 million instead of 50 to 60 million? We know that he's a very important player to you guys, but you guys also have that player there, so why don't you guys just sell us that player for 20 to 25 million euros? So that's basically what this rumor is saying on what Barcelona is saying to Arsenal. But at the end of the day, I don't see Barcelona buying Aubameyang, even if it's 25 million euros or 60 million euros. I don't think it's worth it for that much amount of money if Barcelona plans on getting him for the next 6 months. It just doesn't make any sense. Some of these rumors you actually have to read and do research and be like, yeah, that does not make any sense. But I did do my research, and when it comes to Aubameyang going to FC Barcelona, Arsenal would not let him go for cheap no matter what. And even if Aubameyang does come to Barcelona for 20 million euros for the next 6 months, I still don't think that's worth it. And reports did did come out last week that Barcelona wants a striker that is familiar with La Liga, that knows how to play against Real Madrid, that knows how to play against Celta Vigo or Real Betis or Valencia or Sevilla. So they want a player that can adapt easy to the league. They don't want to waste their time trying to work with a player to adapt into that league, because the Champions League, La Liga, the Copa del Rey, they're all going to come very quick. So they can't waste their time trying to get a player and adapt him to that league. So it is coming down to Rodrigo from Valencia. And so today I'm going to give you guys a very brief timeline of what has been going on today on Monday between Barcelona and Valencia, so it can all make sense for you guys. So according to Sport, today will be a decisive day for the signing of Rodrigo. Barcelona will get to know about their stand on the sale of the player. The Catalan side only want to finalize a deal if it's sustainable for the club's economy. Then it has been reported by Super Deporte, Valencia president Anil Murthy is in Barcelona to finish finalizing the details of the Rodrigo operation. Now, what Super Deporte just said, that does not mean that we are waiting for the signature of Rodrigo. That means that Valencia wrote the contract down, they wrote what they want, the requirements, and they're going to give it to FC Barcelona, to whoever reads it, right? And they're going to see, okay, is this okay? Is that okay? Does that make sense for us? And then they're going to say, yes, this deal is okay. That's basically what's going on. This report does not mean that they're waiting for the signature of Rodrigo. A few hours later, Super Deporte said Valencia want a mandatory option to buy in there. Barcelona don't and could include a player. Now, if you guys don't know what that means, it basically means that Valencia would sell Rodrigo to Barca, but they are looking for a right back. And it has been reported by Marca Llorente, Valencia are looking for a right back and have asked for Nelson Semedo. Sport has also reported that Weg could also be an option. So that is what Valencia wants. They are willing to sell Rodrigo to Barcelona, but they want Barcelona to agree to buy Rodrigo in the summer. Like, they have to. There is no other option. That is what Valencia wants. And not only that, they also want a right back from FC Barcelona. Then a couple of hours ago, like about 1 or 2 hours ago, it has been reported by Sport again that a meeting between Barcelona and Valencia owner Lim over Rodrigo has just concluded. There is no agreement. So Barcelona and Valencia both stood firm on what they want and what they don't want. There are disagreements, there are differences. So the Rodrigo operation is looking very complicated. There is no agreement. Barcelona do want an answer within the next 48 hours. So they are in a rush, but the transfer window does not close until January 31st. So we're going to have to wait and see what Barcelona and Valencia are going to do within the next couple of hours. You can see there is so much negotiation going on between Rodrigo, Valencia, and Barcelona. Is very complicated. It's not as easy as it seems. And for those of you guys who are wondering, what was that bomb signing that was going on yesterday? There was this report saying that Barcelona is looking to sign a bomb signing within the next week. And so for those of you guys who are confused, bomb signing basically means that Barcelona is looking to sign a big player like Lautaro Martinez or someone with a high profile, right? But you have to understand that bomb signing is subjective. It can mean different to anybody. A bomb signing could mean signing Rodrigo. A bomb signing could mean signing Cristiano Ronaldo. So it's different for everybody. Bomb signing is very subjective. It's not the same for everyone. So that's why people are saying, oh, this is our bomb signing. This doesn't make any sense. Bomb signing is supposed to be Cavani or Cristiano or Salah or Aguero. Bomb signing is different for everyone. It's subjective, and that's just how it is. So to me, the bomb signing could be Lautaro Martinez. So that is what it's looking like in FC Barcelona. Again, it's very complicated. There's so many things that Barcelona wants and does not want, and there's so many things that Valencia wants and do not want. So I'm going to keep you guys updated on this channel. Whatever happens, I'm going to look closely into what's going on in that club, and I'm going to bring you here in this channel. So if you're new to this channel, please like, subscribe, comment. If you guys like this video, let me know. I know it got a little bit complicated there, and I know this video is very detailed. There's a lot of information. So again, don't be afraid to replay this video and truly dissect on what's going on. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. There's going to be a video tomorrow and the next day and the next day after that. I upload like almost every day. So again, I appreciate that you guys are here. And if this is your first time watching me in this video, welcome to the channel. I'm happy you're here. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time.